A firm contracts to paint the exterior of a large water tank in the shape of a blah blah. The radius of the tank is measured to be 100 feet. Radius 100 feet of the tank. Perfect. With a tolerance of plus or minus 6 inches. Careful, because we cannot use feet and inches. We have to change one into the other. Or it already gives us or plus or minus 5 feet. 0.5, sorry, of course. So we're not going to use inches, of course. So 100 feet plus or minus 0.5 feet. Okay. The formula for the surface area, okay, of course, it's the area, 2 pi r squared. Yes, we know that. We just used it. Use pi as 3.14, fine. Each can of paint costs $30 and covers 300 square feet. So that's also eventually will change into some cost. $30 per can of paint, and it covers 300 square feet. So for now, that is in the background. Calculate dA, part A. Calculate dA, the differential. Calculate the differential of A, the approximate difference in the surface area due to the tolerance. Okay. So the formula for dA will be like the formula for dy, f prime of x dx. Can anyone give us dA?
4 pi r.
This is this times this.
0.5.
Careful. Yes, correct. But I have to write dr for now. So please understand the difference between A prime and dA. A prime would be 4 pi r. Done. But dA has to have this piece in it. And you will see why I need this piece in integrals. Okay, later on. So dA is a differential of A, which is f prime times dr. A prime would only be 4 pi r. But the differential, remember, is f prime of x dx, so 4 pi r dr. Good, excellent. So now we can determine the A as 4 pi r is indeed 100, and indeed this is nothing else but the tolerance. So times 0.5. And of course, this will be eventually plus or minus. Measurement unit for this. Careful. Yes. Excellent. Indeed, square feet. It has to be, because we're talking about area now. Good, so what did we get? So dA equals plus or minus. So let's put in the calculator 4 pi. So this times this is 50. 50 times 4 is 200. So 3.14 times 200. I got 628. Plus or minus 628 square feet. Part B. Any questions so far? Assuming the painters cannot bring partial cans of paint to the job, how many extra cans should they bring to cover the extra area that they may encounter? So 300 square feet per can. 300 square feet per can. But the error in the radius created an error in the area of 628 square feet. So how many more cans? And they cannot buy partial cans. So how many more cans we need? We need, so 300 is for one. This is just the extra. 300 is for one. 300 is for the next one for 600. And I have 28. So we need 3 more cans of paint. Part C. How many extra should the painters plan to spend on, so how much will that be?
9.
Yes, $90. Now I'm going to add part D because Brian asked. And when he does, I have to comply. Okay, I want to find the relative error and the percent error. Yes,
So
Maddie?
in science, you take the true, subtract it by what you found, and then divide it by true and times it by 100. What is?
That is true.
Okay.
But the difference for us is dA already.
Okay. But to find the error, though,
Yes.
you're just dividing it by.
Yes, by the true value, which is A.
Because
Exactly. But this is already encompasses the difference. Let me show you why. Hold your thought, hold your thought. You're right, right? This is this, which is dA, which is the difference already. We calculated it. We don't have to calculate it again. It's an estimate, right? So this will be dA divided by A, and then we'll change it into percent. So dA is 628. True A will be pi times 100 squared, 2 pi r squared. And this will give us the relative error. Exactly what you said. The difference over the actual. So then I have 628 divided by 2 divided by pi and divided by 100 squared. So I got 0.00999949. No measurement unit, because this is square feet over square feet. And the percent error will be 0.999%. Approximately 1% error. So this is what I have to report.
How do you put it in your calculator?
Oh, sorry. So here's how I put it in the calculator. 628 divided by, you have several options. If you want to put, let me clear so it goes up. 628 divided by, parentheses. I'm sorry. It was 628. Yes. Thank you. It is 628. Divided by 2 times pi times 100 squared. When I get lazy, I do this. 628 divided by 2 divided by pi divided by 100 squared. If I don't want to put parentheses. But you have to tell the calculator to divide everything sequentially. Or you tell the calculator, calculate this, and then divide 628 by the answer. So this is what we report. We report an approximate 1% error that is created by the fact that not all cans are exactly 100 feet in radius, or whatever that was. What was it?
300?
It was 100 feet with a tolerance of 0.5. Because of the tolerance, we have an error in the area of 628 squared feet. If we divide that by the entire area, it's 1% of it. So the error is 1% of the entire exact area.
Realistically, you spend a lot of time anyway.
Yep, almost 90 bucks. Yeah, very good. Excellent question. Thank you. Very good. Any questions? I think we should look at another problem and then continue. I know we only have about 15 minutes left. So we talked about marginal profit. You want to talk about, what about supply? Let's talk about supply now. 20 on page 267. So whenever we talk about marginal this or marginal that, please remember this. Here's how I remember it. F of x plus a little bit of x this is a little bit of x. F of x plus a little bit of x is approximately f of x plus a little bit of y. So this is a little bit of x. This is a little bit of y. In other words, dy. So f of x plus tiny bit is approximately f of x plus tiny bit of y. So if this is 60 and this is 1, this is 60, this is 60, and this is 1. Before we read this problem, I would like to just show you one more example. Let's say 1 divided by 999. Let's say I want to approximate this. I don't have a calculator to punch it in. I don't remember how to divide, but I'm asking myself, can I use something like this to approximate this? And the answer is yes. Now I have to identify x. I have to identify the x. And of course I have to identify the function in question. Can anyone give us, let's start with the function. Can anyone tell us what is this function?
1 over.
Of course, right? It's 1 over x. Good. Can anyone identify x?
999.
Careful. Something nice. X is always something nice. 1000. And then what will the dx or delta x be?
1.
Then I will have 1001. So it must be -1, right? So the function is 1 over x. The nice number is 1000. Because if you tell me divide 1 by 1000, I'll say 10 to -3. I'm done. I don't have to divide anything. The problem is if you ask me to divide by 999, and dx is -1. So now please tell me what to write. Just mimic this and tell me what to write. Perfect. Plus, I need the derivative of this, of course. And we know it by heart now. F prime of x is?
-1 over x squared.
Very good. Excellent. Good. So then plus, in parentheses, -1 over,
X squared.
which is, I cannot put x if I already, right? So 1000 squared times,
-1.
that's it. One more time. I noticed that the function was 1 over x. I noticed that x is 1000 with a minor error, and the minor error is -1. All I have to do is just mimic all this. I put f over 1000, I put f prime over 1000, and I put the x, which is -1. And now I'll continue. And let's see what we have. So 1 over 999 is approximately this, 1 over 1000. Minus times minus is positive. 1 over 3 zeros and 3 more zeros. I need to multiply this by 1000. And I add 1. And I'm done. If you have any doubts, let's go to the graphing calculator and let's punch in 1 divided by 9999, oh, just 3. And let's punch in 1001 divided by 3 zeros and 3 more zeros. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits are not enough, then you're missing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to -9. Who cares about the error? If it's about a life and death situation, we do care. If it's maybe medicine, maybe we do care. Maybe if it's, but look at the approximation. And this is done with calculus. Good. So let's look at the problem 20 on 267. A supply function for a certain product is given by S of P, supply function, 0.08 P to the third plus 2P squared plus 10P plus 11. Let's see what this... Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. S of P is the number of items produced. Number of items produced. P, price in dollars. Let's see what they want. Use S prime of P to estimate how many more units a producer will supply when the price changes from this to this. So let's take it slowly. Let's determine the S prime. Can anyone give us S prime? 0.24P squared plus
4P.
Plus, that's it. And now let's see again what they want. Use S prime of P to estimate how many more units a producer will supply when the price changes from $18 per unit to 18.20 per unit. So again, let's identify everything here. Remember, f of x plus dx is approximately
F of x plus f prime of x times dx.
Excellent. Let's identify what is what. What is this? Good. What is this?
0.20.
Excellent. Of course, this will be S of 18. What will this be? S prime of 18. And what will this be? 0.2. However, in this problem, we are only asked to determine this.
How do you know that?
Because it says if the price changes from 18 to 18.2, this will still be on the other side. So estimate. If it says do not estimate, give me the exact, I would have put this 18.20 in S and put 18 in S and create a difference. And that would be the exact change. But this time they say in the problem, just estimate. Estimate what happens if that changes from 18, if the price changes from 18 to 18.2. So this time they only wanted us, but I wanted us to write the whole thing so we identify correctly everything. So in this case, we are only asked to estimate the difference, which is this. This is the difference, this minus f of x. So then, all I have to do is find S prime of 18, multiply by 0.2, and this will be our delta, our dy. And that's the estimate. So S prime of 18. So dy equals 0.24 times 18 squared plus 4 times 18 plus 10, and everything multiplied by 0.2. How much is this?
I got 31.952.
31.952. And the measurement unit,
Dollars.
because it's no, that's why I went back, because I didn't write the measurement unit. Thank you very much. It says use to estimate how many more units a producer will supply. So not dollars, but I will say approximately 32 more units, because we're talking about the supply. So I'll say approximately 32 units. Any questions? Any questions?